Welcome to today's edition of The Ride, or A Ride With Me. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call this one, but today we're going to talk about the hate that movies are seemingly getting consistently and again, as I've done in the last video. I'm not going to be really using a script or anything like that. The topic today is the hate for all these movies that are coming out, these reboots or remakes that we're getting, or even the sequels that people don't seem to like. So stick around for the ride. I'm going to be riding around Los Santos. This is Grand Theft Auto 5. My name is Elroy. This is my world, and I genuinely want to thank you just for joining me today. So yeah, look, let's talk about why there is hate. Now, I'm just going to say this. I've noticed we had the movie Captain Marvel that came out earlier this year, and Brie Larson copped a lot of hate for that. Then we had the Terminator 6 trailer come out, and again, that has been copping hate pretty much since last year when it was like announced and everything like that, with the footage that they've got, the picture that they took with all the women, Linda Hamilton and the other two, the new female cast members that it's basically being handed down to. The movie just got so much hate, and I think we really need to discuss why this sort of stuff is happening. And lately, what I've been seeing on YouTube more and more is the new Charlie's Angels reboot that has gotten some serious hate. I even saw one titled "The Movie That Just Should Not Have Happened" for Charlie's Angels, the next one. Look, I understand people get real antsy when we're changing things and we're making it, very different. And the thing is too, Charlie's Angels, the movie back in, I think it was 2003 when it was released. I'm not exactly sure when the Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, Cameron Diaz led film came out. They had Lucy Liu as an Asian angel, and I don't know, I feel like the reaction back then wasn't so bad. There wasn't so much hate that they got back then, but now that we're making all of these reboots, it just seems like everyone is hating on anything that they have the chance to hate on, and I don't understand why really that's happening. I mean, I understand completely that recasting characters doesn't always, it doesn't fit everyone's idea of what the characters should be or what they look like, or even who they should have chosen, right? And I understand they chose Kristen Stewart for this new one, and a couple other people that really haven't been in anything. One of the girls, I think, was in the Power Rangers movie that came out, was it 2017? I think it was 2017, the Power Rangers movie that came out, which I haven't seen. I do want to see that movie, just so you're all aware. But yeah, look, I'm noticing that there's so much hate going around for that movie specifically, and all of these movies we're looking for just basically anything to hate on. It's very scary to me to see that we just... The amount of content out there that just wants to hate on every single thing that's there. And I think that it's time for us to figure out that not all movies are set out to cater to everyone. So specifically, I want to talk about the Charlie's Angels reboot that is coming out. I did see the trailer, and to be honest with you, the trailer looks decent. I mean, it's definitely not a movie that I would, if I was going to watch it, I'm not going to watch it in the cinemas, right? It's not something I'd pay for, but it doesn't look as horrible as everybody seems to be saying. I noticed that these movies these days, when it's all female oriented, they keep getting a lot of flack, and people just say this shouldn't be like this. Why are we changing the race? Inclusivity isn't necessary. A whole heap of stuff, and I'm noticing that consistently, that YouTubers are doing that, and they're hating on everything that's new. And the truth is, it's just progression. I don't see a problem with the new trailer. I don't see a problem with their casting choices. I see a problem with everybody and I'm noticing it's a lot of males. I'm not sure if any females have made videos on this. Ooh, that could have been awkward. I'm not noticing if any females have made videos on this, but I'm noticing a lot of men who basically say, well, this movie just doesn't appeal to me. It's not something that I would go and watch. And I think it's time for us to admit, as people, that not every movie is going to cater to every person. It's not just because they're making a movie does not mean that it has to be something that you yourself specifically will watch. And just because it's a movie with female cast members, and now they've changed the cast members, it's not all white women. There's one white woman, and I think it's two brown-ish women, maybe Hispanic. I'm not exactly sure what their race is, and I don't care. If the movie's good, the movie's good. So that's all that should really matter, right? But we are taking this beyond that, and we're making it about, well, they're just trying to change everything because SJW this and SJW that. I think we actually as a society have to start to realize that not everything is there just for SJW purposes. This movie itself, I feel like, is actually directed towards teens, right? 15-year-old, 16-year-old girls, probably 18-year-olds as well. I really feel as though it's directed towards females. So a man who's, let's say, in their mid to late 20s that's complaining about a movie like this because it just doesn't seem like it's something that they want to watch, or it's getting all woke, which is what I'm hearing. to be honest with you, it's a bit disgusting, it's a bit stupid, and it's a bit pathetic. We have a whole lot of people that are just out there complaining for the sake of complaining when it's not necessary. If you don't like the movie, I get it. If there was a real, like a scenario where they're basically trying to be like, yeah, look, like with the Men in Black International, there was something where they made a line where they're like, oh, Men in Black, and then they were like, oh, I know, I'm working on it. That, okay, I understand, that's 100% something that is to talk about, right? I'm a complete agreement that things like that are not necessary because Men in Black has been Men in Black for ages. Why now in 2019 do we need to change names like that? What are we going to call it? Women People in Black? Women in Black? It's stupid. That's completely ridiculous, right? Does not make sense. Is not necessary. It's probably an off-the-cuff joke. Fine, but I feel like when the people that were writing that movie put that line in there, they knew it was going to evoke some sort of a reaction, 110%, right? So those are the types of things I definitely think we should be focusing on, that kind of stuff. But looking at every single movie just because we believe that it's woke or that it's going to try and be inclusive just to try and be inclusive, that's ridiculous, guys. We need to, as people, we need to start thinking about what the hell's going on. There is no need to complain about every single movie that's out there just because you may not feel like it's going to be good for you to watch. You're not the targeted audience for every single movie. And I know, look, I understand when Brie Larson was annoyed about white men saying things about, I can't remember what movie it was, I don't really care, but about white men saying things about that specific movie, and she said, I don't want to hear from you, I want to hear from other people. That was talking about jobs, very different scenario, right? So she was trying to basically change that, and I don't think, to be honest with you, that she deserved all the hate that she got for that, but that was a whole different scenario. This is people looking for reasons to hate on every single movie that is a reboot, because you don't feel like it's time for a reboot. It's been, I think, let's say 15 years at least, since the last Charlie's Angels movie. It is definitely not time not for a reboot, and if you don't like the idea that they're making a reboot, then maybe consider the fact that it's not for you. That's a very big thing that we need to consider when we look at these movies, and we look at the amount of movies that they're trying to do reboots for. There are so many times when everyone's just complaining, and I get it. I feel like Hollywood sometimes is definitely out of ideas because they just keep recycling the same stuff over and over again because they know that it works, right? They understand that it's that's what it is, and that's what people want to see. Now, we complain about every single thing that happens. I think that's a bit ridiculous, and I think we as a society need to stop looking at things for complaint reasons. If you don't like a movie, or you think that it's not going to be a great idea, don't go watch it. Right, then the movie won't be a success and they won't have another film, right? The same reason that the Ghostbusters, I think it was 2016, didn't have a sequel is because people didn't like it. I don't think many people went to watch it, and it didn't succeed. And then, look, we don't have a sequel to that movie now, and that makes perfect sense. But when we look for reasons, look for stupid reasons, just to not watch a movie, like Charlie's Angels, for instance, and we're trying to say, well, they're getting woke, oh, it's a joke, they're getting woke, they're gonna go broke. No, guys, we don't have to do that. As people, we need to just assess the fact that maybe this time specifically, I really feel like this movie is not for grown 30-year-old or 25-year-old men, right? And yeah, okay, that's a bit sexist, but not everything has to be made for you, okay? You can watch something that isn't the term chick flick. Remember that term? Yeah, that we've seemed to have forgotten about when we're talking about this whole getting woke scenario. Chick flicks were designed primarily for women, right? That's the whole idea, because they were a motive for women. And it's not sexist, that's why they're called chick flicks. So if anyone's trying to be like, well, you're being sexist, no chance in the world, okay? To be fair with you, I quite enjoy chick flicks here and there. I do have a girlfriend. That does not impact on the reason that I like chick flicks. I just enjoy them because I feel like they're decent films, you know? And that's the point. We seem to be thinking that everything has to be made for us. And all these people that I see complaining about the Charlie's Angels film want the movie to be made for them, and it's not made for you guys. It doesn't need to be made for you guys. And I think that if you're looking for it to be made for you, every single thing has to be made for you, then you're going to fail finding that not everything is for you. And that's where we don't succeed, guys. We keep complaining and we keep complaining and we keep complaining, and to be honest, that isn't good. Well, to be honest with you, it's disgusting. We consistently complain and we complain and we complain. How pretty is that bike, by the way? We complain about everything because we feel like it's getting woke. Charlie's Angels primarily has been a female-led movie since its inception, female-led TV series since its inception, and now we want to complain because they're changing the race of the characters. That's what we're complaining. The trailer itself, to be fair with you, doesn't look well, I mean, it doesn't look impressive for me, but it doesn't look as bad as it seems to be made out to be. Okay, it's not. I mean, look, if you don't like the movie, don't go watch it. That's all I really wanted to say today. So thank you for joining me on the ride, and for letting me basically rant. That's pretty much what I think these ride videos are going to be. A bit of a rant to try and give some clarity onto what is going on and what we should be talking about. But like I said, thank you for joining me. My name is Elroy. This is my world. If you enjoyed this content, please click that subscribe button, click the like button, and let me know what you think about all of this hate that's going on for all these movies. And if there are movies that you think are getting hate for no reason, leave a comment down below. Let me know which movies maybe that annoyed you when you hear people just saying that this is crap and that's horrible consistently. Let me know what movies you think are getting like non-required hate. It kills me really just to see what's going on nowadays. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me. Spread that peace, spread some love, spread some positivity, and yes, that is what Logic says, PLP all day long. Thank you, have a great day. I will see you in the next one. Until the next time, guys, bye.